Hello, 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 everybody. Da-da-da-da-da. I feel like I need to have a little intro song for this particular live event. So you are joining me. Maybe that's what I need to do, is make myself a little sign. So you are joining me for Crafternoon with Cori. This is our short format show. So this show runs about an hour to 2 hours tops. And as you can see, as we're opening up, that this is like all business. It's less chat, more chit. That's the little catchphrase that we've come up with so far. Maybe not my best work, but it's serving its purpose. So we are going to be jumping into our craft time together, and I am going to be, as always, I'm going to be working in my playbook, catching up. I have this big bulky playbook that is just filling up with deliciousness. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what this is all going to look like at the end of the year. It's going to be crazy. So I made myself a little list to check off what I had not completed up to this date. I didn't really include June because we're in June, so I figured, I would just obviously do the pages as, normal. So I have a couple pages, 2 art journaling pages in May that still need to be completed. Plus I have a Dress the Girl page for every month, which I'm going to do those as a separate YouTube video, not in a live, because I feel like I'm going to need to concentrate and figure out like how I want to complete those. They were really my favorite thing that I worked on in the last, in the winter playbook. They're a little different in spring, so they're going to be a little bit more involved because you're going to be putting clothes on them, or you can just fill them in. I feel like she needs to have either some leggings or a long skirt, but those are the kinds of decisions I think that are kind of fun and best done not on a live like we are right now. So these are my June pages, and in June I have mostly the art journaling spreads and my memory keeping that I'm behind on. So what I thought I would do today is I would go ahead and do my memory keeping, because that to me was sort of the easy button now that I've figured out how to do some printing. So I found some photos from my June photo roll. Yes, it appears like I'm very focused on myself, which is kind of funny because most of the pictures I've taken as TRG have like not included me at all. But I thought that this is pretty much what my life was in June. I actually, did a couple fun things, got my hair did. I was sporting my merch. I took the most amazing moment of my life to go sit by the lake that we have here at this resort and enjoy it with my playbook. My daughter and I went shopping at Trader Joe's, and then I had my magical moment here. So this picture here might look familiar to you, as it is one of the photos I used for the Embellish Your Dividers workshop, which is live right now if you are in Camp Wannacraft. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my little photo crops here, which I am been loving these so much. They did not include a 2x3, which is what a typical Instax photo, or like the photo printer, like the little pocket printers, like these little guys. These are the kind of typical size for these. So I made myself my own little photo crop so that I could cut pictures out. This is the Sprocket, which is slightly larger than a 2x3. In case you were interested, it's the Sprocket Plus. But it does do some lovely photos. I also have an Instax, so I kind of have both. But these photos, when you lay them out here, they end up having this nice little frame design behind them, which is really lovely. So that is what these were designed for, and this is where you would lay a 3x4 photo, which I have this one right here for that. So I wanted to take a peek at, I did the photo layout last night, I think. No, that's April's. I wanted to see my May. Here's my May. So I did this last night during the Light Night Crafty Club. And I even worked in some photos that weren't actually part of the photo lineup that I had taken. I also had we had a freebie last night, which is now in our store that I can show you. But I'm actually not in the video at all, so I don't have no idea what's going on in there. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I see all your little faces now. Awesome. Hi, Miss Kelly Bangs. Hi, Miss Paula G. I see your little faces now. Hi, Miss Jessica Robinson. Hi, Mandy Moore. I love saying hi to you, Mandy Moore. Always love saying hi to celebrity. Hi, Miss Cody, Miss Mallory, Miss Debbie. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Okay, so now we're all in the group. Let me turn down my volume so I don't hear myself. Okay. Okay, so I was just catching everybody up to speed. This is what I completed last night. And I have to say, Kelly, if you're listening, I really, really am starting to love these photo layouts. I'm sorry, I actually misplaced something that I had a minute ago. I can misplace things at the speed of light. I am very, very good. If we had a competition in camp for who could misplace things the fastest, I'm telling you now, I would win. I cannot find it. I cannot find the folder that I wanted to show you. I have some this freebie that we made last night for the live is so cute, and it fills in these little photo spots perfectly in case you didn't get a chance to take any photos. It was sort of like a way of cheating the system, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm sorry, I keep bouncing back and forth, but I actually had a point to looking at them, and then I just closed the page. I must annoy you guys so much sometimes. I just do things all willy-nilly, don't think it through. You guys are sitting here watching me, and now you have to watch me all over again, struggle to find this page I'm looking for that I just closed. Okay, this is June. I'm looking for the May. I'm looking for this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to put a little clip on this so I can remember to find it again. The reason why I wanted to see this is to make sure that I was not duplicating this picture. Okay, so I do have a bend in it, however. Let me see if I can get that bend out. Oh, actually, you know what? I think this is the sticker paper. This is a picture. I also used this picture for the dividers that I made in the WannaCraft workshop. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to decide. This is probably better. What I need to do is figure out where this will look best at. And generally with Instax pictures, they have a kind of a narrower gap at the top. And then they have this wider area down here, which I really like a lot, because then you can add like a journaling spot to it. So like last night I added these little bitty journaling labels so I could label them. This one didn't get one because it was longer. Mr. Crafty just turned on the music. I love this type of music. So here's this little picture I took. This was during one of our very first live event during Camp WannaCraft. Was our social hour. Okay. So you can see the difference when I use a more 2x3 type photo. There's a big difference between the sprocket version and this one. I'm trying to get them into some order that they most likely had. So I think the day that I went shopping with my child, came after me getting my hair done. This music always reminds me of like being someplace like Disneyland or Farrell's. If you guys remember that ice cream parlor, Farrell's ice cream parlor. That's what this makes me think of. It's like the old. I took jazz history in college, and we had to learn all the different types of jazz, and this was hands down. I'm not a huge jazz person, but this type of jazz is definitely my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna have to take the photo. These photo crops, you always have to take them off the ring. They do not work well on. There's no like a middle ground with this volume either. It's, thank you, sir. Like, it's always just a little too loud. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and crop my little photos here. I think I should have ended up cropping this one. Now I have mismatched photos all over the place. This is probably the most recent photo I took. I don't know. I don't know if all of them are worth really doing, honestly. I probably don't need to show my hair. I do want to show my kid. I could probably be down with that. This was kind of a cute picture. Sometimes I don't really feel like I take good pictures, honestly. I don't think a lot of people love their photos, if we're just being honest here. I think you love your photos a lot more when you're kind of, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I guess everyone's different. There probably is no way of generalizing that statement, so I won't. Let me go ahead and just trim this down. My daughter likes her picture taken, but she's also what I would consider, you know, a pretty girl. She's very comfortable in front of the camera. I think some of us not so much. I know I am not. Okay, I was like, is that a sticker? I remember when Kelly and I did this layout together, and I was telling her to put the little stickers the way I would do them, like put little half circles here, and it looks so much like the layering circle stickers. They're exactly the layering circle stickers, and it looks like I decorated my page already. I'm tricking myself. Okay, let me get this one done. I feel so accomplished. Usually this page is problematic, but I think I'm starting to figure out a flow here. I think my expectations were just a little too high in terms of like the photo, getting them printed. I guess I was expecting it to be a little bit more complex. These are just printed on my regular color laser printer. These are not fancy pictures. The quality of pictures I get when I use my photo printer with this amazing photo it's called photo matte paper. It's ridiculous. I feel like I could just like jump inside this photo. It looks so real. Yes, it's Laser photo matte paper. It is amazing. It is not like regular paper. What, honey?
It's right there on the right of the desk?
Yes. I linked it on the supplies list page in camp.
Yeah, I've got it here. I just wanted to link to that.
It's not cheap, but it's not the kind of paper you would, you know, it's the kind of paper you would put special photos on. If you were really trying to get photography quality photos, you would want to use that. But these are, to me, this is the PlayBook. To me, the PlayBook is really like not serious, you know. It's more like, it's more fun, and I'm not going to take it super seriously. I have been doing more work in my little photo pockets, and that I take much more seriously. Hi, Dee Dee. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Melissa, she's warned us. She's watching, I assume, soccer. Or is it football where you guys are? Do you guys call it football or do you call it soccer? Shelly's got her little sprocket out because she watched Damaris's photo printing video in Camp Wannacraft. So I ended up Damaris told me that the Instax was better in quality than the Sprocket, so I went and got the Instax, but I got the special one that has the square, so it does like Instagram photos really well. So in the playbook for summertime, we made these spots, like see how they're really long and skinny here. So this time we made them chubby, so there's only 4 of them, and that way no matter what size you use, whether you use a square format photo printer or the little skinny one, they will fit on these. So now everybody is accommodated. Everybody's happy. These photo layouts were designed so that you didn't have to do a whole lot of embellishing. It's sort of like all you gotta do is just print your pictures and slap them on here, and you don't have to do anything further unless you'd like to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay that one in there. Okay, it's down. Doesn't that look so cool? It totally looks like something I would have created. And I feel like now that it's in place, I feel like now I can add more of these and kind of put them on top of the photo, so it like further makes them feel like they're part of this. So I'm going to do some like woodsy ones like this, these trees. Maybe not there. Okay, maybe not that one. It's competing a little bit too much with this one, which I can see really easily. Here's ones that are like trees. Like it literally came out of that photo is what it looks like. All right. There. Now we've got that little extra something on there that makes it feel more like... Sorry if I'm in the way. Okay, so here's where I would do my journaling about this photo if I didn't want to do anything else, but I usually add a little bit of my doodads, which I'm going to do here. So I never get tired of these. I love adding them. Add them to all the things. I have stickers too that mimic this. Let me see if I have any in here that's easy to just grab and go. Sometimes I gotta search for them. Here they are. So like here's some of the doodads that I love. They're like these little dots and little plus signs that are gathered everywhere. But you guys don't remember, like, do you remember when we had these sheets, the honeys that were kind of like hand drawn? Like, these arrows that are fun. Put an arrow on there on the picture. And I have these little fun little hexies in my favorite colors. I put those there. Okay, that just added a little bit more personality to it, I think. Hi, Miss Angie. I am so glad that you love my lives. I'm so glad that everybody's here. Hi, Miss Angie Brown. How are you doing, sweet girl? I know it is relaxing to watch other people craft. I like watching other people too. Takes the pressure off of me. And I'm so glad that you love the lives too. Well, thank you so much, Miss Paula G. I guess I'm mesmerizing you guys, being mesmerized with the crafting. Okay, so I feel like this is a little naked too, now that I've kind of gussied up over here, so I feel like I gotta keep the keep the fun coming. So here is, I'm going to new do. And then I don't think these will show up on this picture because it's got such a dark background. I feel like I need real stickers. Ooh, these are pretty. These look like Meaningful. Ugh. I think Meaningful was I don't know what it is about that collection, but I just think it's like the best one. I love it. Girl Friday is my favorite, but oh, I love Meaningful too. I don't know which one I love the colors of Meaningful, and I love the flowers. I think that's what kind of drives me, but the Girl Friday is like, it's my all-in-one. It's like everything. I would use everything in Girl Friday to decorate with. New merch. Social. I'm trying to practice my handwriting more. It's kind of fun using these little old stickers here. Oop. Ooh, I almost lost that one. I feel like we're at a nightclub and I'm ready to order a cocktail. Is that wrong? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. Okay, now I feel like there's a better visual balance there. And there's part of me that wants to like introduce one of these girls somehow. That was the end of, this is the last layout in June. I know what I want to do. I haven't been using much of my washi. I just noticed that. So let's find some washi and add that too. I'm going to be genuinely sad when I run out of that washi. I love it so much. There's a few here that I'm just like, oh, I could use these all day long. This is a date stamp I got in Tokyo at a little stationery store. I just decided I want a Japanese date stamp. Okay. So now we're working backwards. We're going to hop back into May, and I did this last night, which would have been the 21st. I'm going to date this. I forgot to do that last night. I try to date every page when I complete it, put the date on it. Sometimes yeah, like here I did like the 15th of June on that one. Hi, Miss Norma. Yay, I'm so glad you found me. You found alive. Here I am. I wasn't hiding. And it's okay, Lillian. You know, you guys have to go out and get food and clean your house and do all that stuff. I'm always available to watch on a replay. So for this one, if you guys saw me do this, I think I was doing a power hour and came up with her. So I decided to use a scripture for her. Because of the way she's like sitting, I feel like she is like firmly like got her, I don't know how she's positioned her body in a way that she's firmly planted. So I know there's a scripture about being firmly planted. It's Jeremiah 17:7-8. And it says, "For he shall be like a tree planted by the waters, which spreads out its roots by the river." So that was what I decided to do for her, because I was not sure. I didn't actually pick a art journaling prompt specifically, but I decided to kind of make up my own, which you guys absolutely have the right to do. If you end up doing a photo that really speaks to you and you want to use your prompt instead, you can do that. This was the photo, this was the page I did last night. I'm looking for my, I'm always looking for something, aren't I? I'm looking for my paper punch. I am missing that. There's always something missing in action. It's like someone comes around and comes and steals my stuff. That's what it feels like. Okay. I have no evidence of my paper punch. It's like it never existed. So anyway, she needs to get punched and put back in my book. But her prompt was blackout. So this was like 2 of my most favorite pages that I've done. Okay, so it's going this direction. So she was who I was trying to work on last night, and I was really struggling with her, so she is not completed. And then I have this one. So these are the 2 I need to complete in May. I think I'm going to come back to her. I thought about it last night and I still don't have a solution. So I'm going to just start fresh. And we're going to go mosey our way into June. And I think I'm going to just start here. And I think I'm going to grab this girl, which I love her. And I remember my mom had bath towels like this when I was a kid. I'm sure you guys might remember the same thing. This is a Lady Gillette aftershave moisturizer and beauty razor. It's a scary looking razor. It's the kind where it had like the little actual razors that you would have to replace in there, like the little flat, scary kind. So, and it came in a tote bag for $2.98. Or you could get the conditioner for 98 cents or the after shaving moisturizer for 98 cents. So I'm gonna snip her out. She's doing self-care time. So I think she's really a good example to all of us. And I'm gonna position her on the page like that. So I'm gonna, it's kind of weird how they cut off her feet that way. Don't you think that's weird? Like why wouldn't they have just made it a little higher so you could see the top of her feet? It's like such an odd angle, I think. So I'm gonna cut her out, and I've really been into these women in the girls in the magazines and catalogs and cutting them out and changing up their backgrounds. I don't know if I'm gonna I think with her, I'm not going to try and be all crazy with trying to find an interesting background. I think I might just lay her down on this paper that is in my playbook. Although her towel is kind of odd because it's being cut off too. But maybe I can just I'm going to fake it. I just cut that off at a curve. Haha. And now you'll never know. So see how the ad was going to cut her towel off at the top? So I just cut a curve of it and now it looks like it's whole. So I'm going to cut her the way the magazine has her, and then I'll trim her down as I need to. Okay, I am missing my chat room. There we are. Is that me? No, that's not me. I need to find my video. I got cut off again. There we go. Okay. Now I'm back in the chat room. I'm not sure why it spits me out. Kicks me out of my own chat room. Okay, so one of the things I find helpful sometimes is pulling the page out that you're working on out of your book, because then you'll get a nice flat surface to work on. So that's what we're going to do. So here's her weird feet that they decided to cut off, and I'm going to slide her all the way back here so that the page will end up like this. I could even move her back more. I could move her back all this way and keep her right in the corner. But we'll see. Okay. Mr. Crafty, I don't know how to make, let me see. Oh, yes I do. Okay, so I'm looking at her, looking at me. I'm trying to, what should I do with you? Let me pull out my little, this little box has a bunch of different little die cuts in it and stickers. Pulling out some random flowers. I don't know if I'll use them, but it's nice to pull things out and see if what actually inspires you. That's what I was trying to say. This particular label has always reminded me of like the kind of advertising or labeling you would see on the like a container of like dusting powder or a perfume. I feel like my mom had stuff like this in her little beauty supplies when I was younger, and that's always reminded me of that. That looks kind of cool. I kind of like how this is looking. She's kind of obviously naked, and underneath her, it doesn't even look like a robe. It looks like some weird, like a blanket thing she's got wrapped around her. And this is kind of funny. It says ready-made clothing. I feel like that's kind of funny, like a joke. It's like jokey. But I'm going to keep going. It's like the Emperor's New Clothes kind of thing going on here. This could be a fun thing to do with the prompt. Just lay the prompt on that. Okay, so let's see here. Maybe I hope I have not lost my mojo. I think last night really threw me. when I couldn't bring that home. I'm like, oh no, what if it keeps happening? Let's hope for the best. Okay, I don't like things that float apart from each other. I like things to be connected somehow. So like the piece needs to be on her in some way. So like that is a better situation right there. And then, I don't know, maybe, I don't want this to seem like it's growing out of her though. Does that look weird? Am I suggesting something crazy like this? Kind of like this. If I cut off the very top of it, then it's just kind of dipping down here into the... I want to cover that up and then put the prompt across here, so the prompt will hopefully, well, maybe it won't. I'm sorry, I just looked up at the chat room and saw a really funny comment from my friend Angela that says she's going to need a bigger razor. Yes, one can definitely make that. One can make that argument. I know it does seem kind of kooky, so I am kind of struggling with this. But I love these little flowers so much. I think they're so cool. And it actually is the same type of flower that's inside of this little circle. I don't know, you guys. Maybe I have lost my crafty mojo. Maybe something's happening here where I can't seem to bring these pieces together. It does look odd, doesn't it? Okay, what say you guys? What am I doing here? Yes, I do not want that to be like some weird hidden message about she needs to shave and things are growing off of her. I was hoping that this looked a little bit more elegant than that, but I don't really think it does. I don't think there's a really good way at this point. I think it needs to come like from this part of the design, like not from her necessarily. So maybe like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep it like around the cluster and not her. This is probably not the right flower. So let's try. Where are the flowers that did look? Was it just that one? They kind of look like it. Maybe they don't look like it as much as I think they do. There are a lot of different flowers in this pack. This is a very cool, this is a really cool little collection here. These are all, I don't know if you guys have ever tried these washi stickers. So they have a very shiny plastic backing, and then they feel like kind of like the material that washi is made from, like the kind of I don't know how to describe this. It's not really like vellum. Vellum feels a little waxier. It feels like uncoated washi to me. And I even think they call these washi stickers. So maybe that is what they're doing, is using like an uncoated version. And this particular collection I think is really neat. They're all like penciled, illustrated flowers, which could be really amazing If you have the right, ooh, that's a neat flower. I like that one a lot better than the one I'm using right now. Here's a ginkgo biloba. So I'm going to hold this one down, slide this one in. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. What is going on with me? Somebody send help. Reinforcement, stat. I'm in a crafty slump. I need help. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I'm like this. Okay, I guess I'm going to go with this because God help me, I'm finishing a spread. But I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm going with it. I'm just telling you, I know this isn't my best work. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm kind of like, I'm just going to make it work. Okay, so what do I do now? I'm going to go ahead and slide those off so I can pin her down. Again, the language. So I can glue her down, pin her down, put her down, attach her to the page. I feel like my channel is going to get reported. Cutting off her feet, cut off her head, cut off her arms. All the things I say on this show. Egads. You guys didn't know me better. Okay, so I think I had her pretty much slid over here all the way to like where the little part of her shoulder is. Okay, and then I believe I had this going on like that. I want the very bottom of the ampersand touching the bottom of the sheet. Also, though, I think that I glued it down a little low. Yeah, and I need to trim this before I glue anything and attach it to anything. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the side of it. Ooh, I cut the paper. Okay, so now she is kind of like in her corner. And I'm going to glue my ampersand down, get this glued down. So these are kind of going down together because they need to align really well. I want to make sure that there's a little gap in the ampersand, so I don't want to move the circle too far in there because then you can see it. I also want it, it's like it has to align with these two parts of the ampersand to look its best. Plus we have words that we don't want obscured. So I don't have this completely glued down like that. I want to make sure that I can get the flowers on here. Did I just push the flowers? I did, didn't I? Okay, well this was one of the flowers. This one I think is the other one I had. It does look a little strange, but there's a lot of strange artwork out there, you guys. It's clearly on top of her leg now, so now it doesn't look like it's growing out of her leg or in some odd manner. So that's an improvement. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? See, do we need like an echoing kind of like repetition thing going on here? Uh-oh. There's dogs out there. Why don't we do that? Why don't we have things coming up this way and things going down this way? And perhaps that will bring a little bit more resolution to our piece. How do we feel about that? Are we in agreement? Hi, Miss Bessie. Okay, so this is probably my favorite flower. I really like this one, so I'm gonna, Karen says just the one flower, so I'm hoping that you mean this one, because this is the one I really like. I wonder if I could make the flower look like it's... No, that looks too odd. Here, there we go. That looks better. Ooh, I still have wiggle room with my ampersand. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm dipping it down forward. So now the word favorite memories are coming up out of the flower. The ampersand is tilted better. I'm going to stick this on as soon as I can get the... Oh, the backing is off. So here is where you'll see how the material of these stickers is kind of interesting. So it's very, very thin. Very thin like washi, and it has a adhesive coating on the back of it. And then there's the plastic that I've removed. And now I'm going to attempt. I hope I'm doing this the way I had it, because the way I had it was pretty good. So now, yeah, there we go. Okay, now I can glue this top part of the circle didn't have a lot of glue on it. So now I'm kind of lifting everything up and gluing it down better. Because I want it to adhere. Okay, everybody. All right, everybody's down. Woo! Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not hating that. Let's get these going. I might try these flowers with my girl from last night. The episode that shall not be named. just kidding. It wasn't that bad. I don't know. Sometimes, guys, it's just hard to complete a vision when you're not feeling something. And if you're not feeling something, you should quit or peel the pieces off and like restart. And I'm talking specifically about my page last night that I couldn't finish in the Late Night Crafty Club. Sometimes your creative vision just gets lost along the way, or you realize it wasn't very strong to begin with, and then there's nothing wrong with just stopping and doing it. Yikes, this is hard to get off. I can't even get like an edge or anything. I might need your help, sir. I don't want to call you in yet. Oh, I feel you coming. I feel your little delicate little footsteps coming down the...
I've peeled thousands of stickers in my day.
I got it off right before you said it.
Okay.
And that's so true. I forgot that. You are the unpeeling sticker king.
Yep.
Mr. Crafty, the man who created our sticker empire.
Let me see if these work the way I'm thinking they do.
These are really cool. They're just there is a little frustration with getting them off the backing, but once you get them off,
yeah,
you're in
work
business.
Exactly how I think they do. I'm gonna share a tip with everybody.
Okay, Mr. Crafty's sharing a tip. Everybody, get your notepad.
Here's how I do stickers. Is I simply take an area that isn't going to be used much. I fold it completely over on itself, and then I rake it with my fingernail, and see how that just separated? Boom! In an instant. Boom! And like dynamite. Boom! That's how it happens. I'm like Emerald. Bam!
You are, and that was very much a sticker drop. It wasn't a mic drop. It was.
See, you weren't watching, so now you're going to be stuck again. Oh,
no,
you're going to watch the replay?
I can watch the replay.
Oh, I was off camera for a little bit.
Uh-oh. Mr. Crafty, come back.
I'm going to do it one more time. Do it a little bit lower. Okay, so you just find an end that isn't going to be used much. Fold it over 90 degrees, and you just rake it back with your finger. And for stickers and these, it comes out. The only disadvantage is sometimes you have a little bit of a crinkle where you folded it over sideways.
Okay.
Just that alone was worth the price of admission for
it really
watching this free video.
You mesmerized me, Mr. Crafty. I couldn't take my hands off the sticker. Look at that. And there we go. Bam! Bam! You got a sticker problem? Mr. Crafty's got a sticker solution. Okay, so here I am. Now I'm playing with my flowers upside down. This is fun. trying to find the right flower. I'm trying to find the flower with the right stuff. I'm looking for a few good flowers. How many stupid little puns can I come up with? Is that what they are? Is that a pun? Okay, that one's kind of not flowery. It's more... I think I feel like I'm running out of the right type of flowers. I want these kind of like viney kind of flowers, and all I'm finding are stemmy flowers. But that's okay. Maybe I find something else to put right here. Ooh, here's some flowers with color. Come on, out of the box. Get out of the box. That's kind of weird. I don't think that looks very balanced to me. I'm telling you guys, this stuff makes me nervous. I feel like I'm going down in flames. I'm going down again. I'm having flashbacks. Okay, that's kind of cool. But this isn't like cool enough, like it's not pulling its weight. So I have this odd thing going on here with this. Kind of makes me wish I had left this in place, but c'est la vie, we must continue forward, onward and upward. Okay, here it does beg the question: is this sticker willing to come up at all? It probably won't. It's probably gonna rip the paper. But let's see. I can hear the sticker ripping, but let's see if, if it will it come up easily? You guys, it's coming up without ripping the paper. Yes, that's what I want. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, so we do have an accord. The sticker is behaving itself. It is working with me. This is too wide for it to go back. I'm in an awkward place right here because this has to get punched again. So it's kind of like I'm just going to have to cut it. I really am having a hard time making this work. Okay, so I'm just doing it. I'm not even going to question it anymore. I'm just gluing it down and then watch what happens. So I have this, obviously it's off the paper, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to trim it here like that. I'm going to trim it this way, all the way across. So now we've got nice clean edges again, like that. And then I need to put it into my punch, which is missing in action. Let's see here. Why am I missing so many things today? Boy, you'd think this was my first rodeo, wouldn't you? I seriously cannot believe that my disc bound punch is so completely disappeared. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. Am I just not seeing it? It is really missing. I honestly, I don't even remember the last time I used it either. Oh, you know, I do. I do. I was using it right there because I was punching my, yay, thank you. I used it to punch my summer edition playbook. Okay, so I'm going to pop this back into my heavy duty punch. I'm hoping that this is in alignment and will punch. Yikes. Am I doing this right, you guys? You don't look happy. Some of them are angry about that. Okay, so now it's punched again and everybody's back into place, although some of my little pieces here are not happy, but they'll figure it out. Okay. So what I would like to do at this point is get some stamp action going on. Sorry, making so much noise here. Don't mind me. I'm so graceful. Okay. So I'm going to get yes, call off the dogs, the punch has been found. Repeat, the punch has been found.
The screwnecker's out looking for it, but we'll let her look.
Okay, that's good. I'm really digging this music right now. Okay, so I'm going to put this little layering circle up here, but I want to incorporate it better. So I'm lifting up this flower and positioning it so it's like a small circle with a large circle, and then laying the flowers on top of it so it can be incorporated. Of course, I have a bent flower now. Okay, I think I've unbent them. There we go. When is it not a good time to use a layering circle? Never. Okay. Nope, that's way too big. Okay, now because I'm curious, this is the fun part. The fun part is figuring out what prompt I'm going to pick for my girl. So let's see if there's anything that will So I have one that says 1970s, and she totally looks like she could be in the 1970s. And I have, you know, favorite memories here. And so if I used 1970s, I could talk about my little childhood growing up in San Diego in the 1970s. Oh, I could also do Saturday morning. That totally works. And I could do good mood. The thing about good mood is I put smile every day and think happy, happy thoughts. And that's also a good one for that. So I could go either way. Good mood or 1970s? What says the group? 1970s or good mood? Hi, Miss Tracy Claiborne. 1970s or good mood? It's not Tommy Dorsey. It's a we have it's that, what do you call that? It's like a copyright free type of music that YouTubers use. And that's what the channel is. So it's a bunch of like free music. But it is very Tommy Dorsey-esque. Yes. Okay, looks like 1970s wins. Woohoo! Okay, so to me, 1970s is like yacht rock music. I think growing up in 1970s San Diego was pretty cool. It was very, very SoCal beach living. It was a very cool, going roller skating around Mission Bay. I had really young parents, so they were both very extroverted, so they really liked going out and stuff and like taking us out. We went out as a family a lot. So there's my prompt up there, which now sort of clashes with my little word strip. 1970s. Let me see if I can do this over here now. I like it. Okay, so I will add my journaling to this. This is June week 2. So this goes here. So I will add my journaling to that later. I don't do like doing the journaling on camera because it's not very exciting for you guys to watch somebody write. Oh, this fluffiness is out of control. Okay, so now I gotta get this girl in here. She needs to get punched. The page that she's on needs to get punched. Okay, hopefully. Yes. Wow, you guys, that literally has been punched through 3 times. I managed to get it mostly lined up. Okay, so now I have craft paper on one side and I have this scrapbook paper on the other that looks like kind of like chalkboard, and I used a white pen on it, which I am so in love with. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the white pen on this side to do journaling, but now I need to figure her out. And I thought about her this morning when I got up. I was thinking, well, maybe I just didn't find the right kind of flowers. Like maybe she needs something stunning, like, you know, maybe flowers like this. I don't know. She needs, or maybe she doesn't need flowers at all. Maybe she just needs something else, and I just haven't come across what that is. But I want to figure it out. Something that's like, wow. And then I can cover up the words that are on her body. I want her to be amazing. So I'm very happy with how these girls turned out. Look how cute they all are. They're all different in their own way. So, and then she needs a companion, somebody over here. And then that will be my very last, this is my last page for May, and then I'm completely done with May except for my girl that I have to do. We are on a countdown. We're 8 days to the end of the month. I still got a lot to do in June. But there's my one girl. She's looking good. I love the colors in her page. So whoever I put over here needs to have that same like soft quality. So let's see what I have to work with. I pulled these pages out the other day. So I have these girls. They are not soft. They are definitely bright. She's really cute. Well, she's kind of cute. I don't know if she's really cute. The illustration of her face is kind of interesting. She could be interesting, like if I cut this away and I just used this corner of it, and she was sort of like, I'm gonna cut that out and see. I'm gonna test my theory. Where are my scissors? Okay, since I don't know where to really cut, I'm gonna cut all the way from the top, all the way down through here. I'm gonna cut her little dress out so she's intact. So let's just kind of like pretend it would come up underneath that and be like that. Like, that's kind of cool. Let's figure that out. How can I make that happen? Let's cut it away. If we make her kind of more subtle, this side of the page, then she kind of gets to stand out more. You know what I mean? I'm going to cut it all the way across here so that it will go under this line right there. Like that. I don't hate it. Woo! That board strip stuck to me. Okay, so now we're going to cut out this white space that's right here and kind of like doing nothing for her. I need a badge. Good with scissors. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, sorry, I'm going to slide this over a little bit more so you can see better. So I need to line this up here properly, and notice how her dress is getting cut off, which is not a bad thing. The less white space I have over here, the better, so I'll probably just trim off the edge of her dress. And they gave her kind of a funky leg here. It's not really a leg, it's like a line that's supposed to kind of represent her. So it's kind of weird. I feel like it looks funny when I cut it out of context now. But again, we'll make it work. Okay, so that's who I have, and she's sort of like peeking behind the scenes. Perhaps she needs some flowers too. I don't know. The reason why I like the flowers for her is that they are kind of like line art like she is, and they sort of feel like they blend in. See how like they kind of blend into the scene better with her? And then it echoes what's going on over here, and it makes it feel a little cohesive, even though they're very different styles and very different, you know, a different mood, if you will. I bought them recently, and I want to say that I got them from, sometimes I find things in odd locations, and I can't remember if it was an Etsy thing. You know, like when you come across a store and sometimes you either are trying to get to like the price point that justifies you paying the shipping or something like that. I think that's the kind of store it was. And it was like, oh look, there's some really cute stuff, but I don't want to pay. I think this came from overseas. And if that's the case, it was probably Etsy, because I buy from a lot of little overseas shops on Etsy. And that's my guess. If I was going to have to answer that today, that would be my guess, is to say that it came from Etsy. That I would have to double check that. When this goes up as a replay, my live shows, I try to go back. Like I'll go through the live show, I'll watch it myself, and I try to put timestamps so that you don't have to watch the whole thing if you were just interested in seeing the crafting or whatever. And when I do that, if I can add links to things I purchased, I try to. So if you are ever interested in finding out what I used, I would go back to like peek at the replay on YouTube and look in the description box and see if I managed to add links. Sometimes I'm able to, and I know the last few live shows I did, I added timestamps and stuff. Timestamps and stuff, you know, the stuff. Okay, I'm running out of the little flowers that are kind of like making things happen for me, like these kind of drippy looking flowers. Maybe if I put these here, like that, maybe that looks okay. I don't know, maybe I got too many flowers going on now. I think that looks better without those, that's for sure. Maybe she needs some like layering circles. She needs something right here too. Like she needs, obviously, because we got a weird funky angle going on. So let's see what we can do with her. I'm going to leave her in the book though, so that I can keep an eye on what's going over here, because I want this to feel like a true spread together. I want them to kind of balance each other. And I want to make sure if I'm doing, and also she's kind of more flat than this. This side is the fluffy side. So it's definitely less flat. Okay, I don't like this color, which is why I don't reach for these very often. And when I bought these, this is what they came in, was this. So there's like no packaging, even a label on it to tell me where it came from. I was doing really good saving all my packaging and stuff, because I thought, okay, when I finally, you know, do put this up, I want to have the labels I used to kind of be like, hey everybody, this is where I got it from. But I think I threw everything away because I was like, you have way too much stuff piling up, way too much packaging laying around. Ooh, this one's pretty. See, this is what I meant. Like, my mom had a lot of stuff like this that looked really antique in her drawer. You know, your mom's drawer, the drawer you're not allowed to go into. Not saying I went into this drawer that I wasn't supposed to go into, but but I might have a couple times. I'm gonna see if there's any way to do that, but not really. But it's kind of cool because it does kind of echo this kind of green over here, which is why I really want to try and find a way to use it. But if I can't find a way to use it, then I'll be okay with that. Okay, so let me see here. Kind of like that, maybe. I don't know. It looks weird attached to that to me, like it's a swishy. What if it starts over here and I think the flowers really matter, is like how they get positioned with it. Oop. Is that the answer? I don't know. That's kind of interesting. I got got so much flowers going on here. Ooh, here's a pretty one. I don't know. Can you have too many flowers? I'm not really a flower girl, but these are kind of cool. I really do like these. That's kind of fun. It's like all these like spidery things going all over my Kristen says that she did go into her mom's store and got busted. I got busted too, but not the way, like, I didn't get busted in the act. I got busted after the fact. It's actually one of the saddest little stories I have from my childhood, really. See, here's one of my Instax photos. See how it's like a little miniature Polaroid? It's like a little guy. This was an Instagram picture, I think. Isn't that cool? See, I was practicing, so I was taking pictures with it, or printing my pictures to it, I should say. Not taking it with it. Dee Dee says that she thinks she may have found the Etsy store for flower stickers.
I already posted the link.
Oh, okay. Mr. Crafty said he posted the link. Did you go into my Etsy account?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Busted. Now he's going to see all the stuff I bought. Bye, Melissa. Enjoy your time with your sweetie. See you tomorrow at Frick Chapel. Well, you guys, I'm not hating this. I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of unique. It's not something I do very often. I kind of like it. I feel like if I found the right like little thing here, that it could be even more cool. So let me keep going and see if I can find the right. Like, I like this little die cut, but I think I could find a better one, possibly. We don't know yet. Let's keep digging. I'm looking through my beloved Craft Market die cut, and it's just so stupendous. I'm going to be so sad when I don't have these anymore. I have used them in so many projects. I'm just thinking. I have other die cut stuff, but I feel like I never connect the same way as I do with this die cut collection. Like, it's just, here's some other types of flowers. These are the other ones I've bought, also from Etsy sellers. Angela said, at this point, is Mark really surprised when he looks in my Etsy account? I kind of feel like there's a little bit of an don't ask, don't tell situation going on with my Etsy. I try not to take advantage of this, but I am using the things for the most part on my YouTube channels and stuff. So it is for work purposes. Okay. I like this bird a lot. I love his color, but I don't think he's right for the part. These are kind of interesting. These are also the washi stickers, so these have got birds. And usually when you get this type, they'll give you like 3 of the same one. So you'll get multiples of each type. So this one had a collection of like birds in it. I'm fairly confident this one came from Our Atelier, which is also on my YouTube channel. I did a whole unboxing of these things I bought, and I'm pretty sure that's where these came from. They look very, very much, they're really cool. I really like them. The style of them is very interesting. I think I'm going to leave her there. So I just need this one die cut, this one thing. This die cut says treasure every moment. And our atelier puts their stuff in these really nice glass, like they're vellum envelopes. They're not even I don't know how to say it. Glassine. There, exactly, Diana. Mark needs to know we can count on you to enable us with fabulous crafting products. Exactly. And I don't show you guys everything. Like I'm not running around buying all the things and saying, this is all wonderful. I only show you guys, I only buy the things that I truly like, love, and then I'll show them. Like last night, I was totally honest. The Vicky boot and stuff, once I got it in real life, I was like, this isn't really me. Isn't really me. And that doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes I'll buy stuff and I'll be like, yes. Like this stuff, I'm not sure. I don't reach for it very often, so it might be something I might go, this maybe wasn't me. You don't know until you have it. The material of these is really good, though. I really like it. It's like really smooth. And they're like the die cut type, which is kind of neat because then you get like an interesting shape. Those aren't working for me either. Okay, so let's Glassine. Thank you very much. Hopefully I will remember that. Glassine. Okay. These ones are like a travel theme. They've got like these little stamps that are from different countries. And they have matches too, like safety matches. And then they have all these interesting like little postcardy kind of things, like what they've already been written on. Like mail. That's kind of fun. But it's also not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that is just really odd. Let me see what else I got going in this little bag. I have these cards. Oh, those would be big. Interesting. This is one of those little cards from my Productive Girl kits I used to sell. Ooh, that's cute. Sunshine Sun. I don't understand it necessarily, but it's cute. I think this came from this Sunny Days collection. Okay, so because I just saw her, I'm gonna pull out these girls and what I got. So these are from WannaCraft. She's very bold. This is like my favorite one ever. I love that background with all my heart and soul. But what if it was like this? It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of an interesting concept. Her back is to you and she's very hand-drawn. She's not like a typical honey. I don't like to put honeys together. I like each honey to kind of stand out on its own. But this is kind of a unique situation, and I like, she's like such an awesome pop of color. Her teal is echoing back that teal here, plus the teal is kind of like green, so I got like a little, I don't know. This is a very interesting little layout. This is very not something I do. If I went with her, it's almost like this is the before and then this is the after. At least that's the story I would tell in my head. Like here she is getting ready and then here she is going out on the town. And that's really her, but you're just seeing her like at a distance, so like the details are kind of fuzzy. These are the little stories I tell myself in my head as I do stuff. I don't know, you guys. The pink is also working for me because pink is over here and up here. So it's kind of like, plus she looks more like the girl here. So it is kind of, it's working for me. It's telling a story. I think that's what I'm going to do. Which means all these mess of flowers can go away. There you go, Kristen, when the towel girl glows up. Yep, that is her. That's her on the other side. When she pulls that towel off and her makeup's on, she looks like that. I love watching YouTube beauty videos, like watching them put their makeup on. I just think it's kind of like the way it's really can be very mesmerizing watching someone craft. I really like watching someone put their makeup on. I used to be obsessed with sitting in the bathroom with my mom when she got ready and she put her makeup on. It was my favorite thing to watch her put her makeup on. I remember it very well, how she'd draw her eyebrows on. and I remember her doing the thing that they tell you later, like, don't pump your mascara, but that's exactly what my mom used to do. She'd pump, 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 and it was that Great Lash Maybelline mascara that all women used. I had a really pretty mom. I was really proud of my mom. And I loved watching her get all pretty. Okay, and that's kind of what this reminds me of. So maybe that's the story I'll tell on this side and in this art journaling, and then over here I don't quite know, but I think this is really neat. I think it kind of, yes, Angela, I remember that commercial. Do you guys remember that song Enjoli? It was a type of cologne, and it used to have this commercial, and it would be this lady, she was talking about, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan. I totally remember that commercial. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and I actually really like this spread. This is very different from things I normally do. I like it. Now, getting it reassembled this way is going to be tricky work. So here is, as soon as I can find my phone. How many of you guys spend so much of your life looking for your phone? It is the most annoying thing. And I even have like a I have not an alarm, but I have like a little thing on my phone that will help you find it. It's like a little electronic alarm kind of thing in a way. Okay. Look, there's a text message from me. Cori is live. In case you guys needed to know. Okay, so here's what I like to do is I will take a picture of how I have something all set up so that I can recreate it. So I'll keep it open like this, and then I'll set it to the side so I can see what I'm doing. And then now I know approximately how I got something set up. Because we got a lot of layering here. So I'm gonna try and like gather these together in a little cluster. Ooh, I got flowers hiding everywhere. So the first piece to kind of get down is this girl right here. So we're gonna flip her over. You guys are so hilarious. If you were watching this on my YouTube channel, unfortunately YouTube and Facebook do not play well together, so you cannot see the chat room when we show it as a replay. I would, if you have access to Facebook, if you use Facebook, I would highly recommend you watch the replay in the Facebook group, the Crafty Club, the Reset Girls Crafty Club, because then you can see all the hilarious little comments that people make as I'm crafting and taking things seriously, and they are just in there creating shenanigans. It's very funny. And it's the reason I think that a lot of people love the lives, because they do have friends and people they get to chat with and see the same faces show up very consistently. So it's very fun. You get a sense of people's sense of humor, and like that it's really like this fun little crafty group that are mostly introverts but are super hilarious online. So okay, so here we go. I'm going to pull these two pieces apart, and she's coming out, so this is approximately right here. I always get a little anxious about reassembling things because I know I don't get it like perfectly the way I had it. Okay, and then I'm gonna get her back into place. covering up that leg issue. And then, let me see here. So I kind of had it like this. Wait, how did I have this? Oh, I had it totally this way. That's what the problem is. Okay, so it's going to be like that. So the little rose is going to go down first. So Sharon ordered from our atelier. I was very impressed with how everything was packaged beautifully. And it is from overseas. You're ordering it from Japan. It does take a bit. It's not, wait, is it Japan? Actually, I don't think it's Japan. I think I just misspoke. I cannot remember what country she's sending it from. It's not Japan. It's, I'm trying to remember if it's Taiwan or if it's from China, but in any event, very lovely packaging, how it's all handled. It was a very smooth transaction. It is overseas. You're not going to get that right away. It's very rare that you get someone who's like, yeah, we do really like super fast shipping. I'm trying to remember. There's one company that if you order, what was it? I know what it was. I ordered my LG Popo, and that thing came from Korea. And it came from, I ordered it on Amazon, and this is like 3 years ago. And when they ship it, they literally ship it like you get it 2 days later. Okay, so it is Shanghai. Our atelier is from, and she's a girl. She's a it's not like a big factory or company. It's a girl. She's on Instagram. Very sweet. She shows pictures of her and her little sweetie and doing stuff and living her best life. So it's like you're supporting a nice small business from a young girl. But I was very pleased with everything. And they also have incredible, like handmade Midori covers, Hobonichi covers. They have very, very, very customizable products. That was what actually drew me in, because I was very interested in having something made. I have yet to pull the trigger on that, but their stuff looks bomb. It's very unique to other things I've seen in the community. So that was, oh, I forgot I need to get my prompt down. I don't want to put the flowers down yet. So anywho, I have a whole haul video. I made a very, very big purchase from her shop before I went to Japan. But I'll tell you what, I didn't see any of the stuff I bought from her. I did not see in Japan. So it was not like I was duplicate shopping. Okay, so what we're doing here is we have unforgettable, always and forever, meaningful, best movie ever, dear, good fortune. I think I'm going to go with unforgettable. Okay, I'm in a conundrum here. I gotta look at my little raggedy prompts here. I've been trying to cut them a certain way so that they can stay clipped into my book so I do not lose them. We were very generous with prompts for the summer edition. You get way more than you need. So I say hold on to them because you might want to use them for your fall edition. Or you can use them in your spring. If you're still behind in spring and you've bought your summer already and you love the prompts we provided, use them there. Maybe some of these don't speak to you. We definitely give you more than you need so that you have choices. And again, if you don't love something we've done, then you can certainly make up something that you do like. Okay, there we go. So we got that down. I need a layering circle. Layering circle stat. I didn't hide that as well as I had hoped. Okay, so the last pieces are going down. Okay, so where's my photo? Karen asked, what is the name of the Etsy shop again? Can you, I don't know. We've been talking about different stores, so can you be specific? Like, are you talking about where I bought the flowers, or the store? The store I'm talking about is not on Etsy. It's called Our Atelier, but they don't have a very easy URL. So you're better off going to my YouTube channel and going and looking at my haul video. If that's what you were asking, I just don't know which thing you're asking about. What am I doing? I'm trying to find the picture. Like, what picture did I take? Okay, this was way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. It's on my photos. Okay, there we go. Bye, Miss Kelly. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye, Mandy. Thank you, Miss Diane, for posting that. Okay, that's it. Yes, Karen, that's it. So it's not, she's not on Etsy. She has her own store. It's just kind of a funky URL. It's hard to just to say it. Hi, Miss Michelle. But for real, you guys, if you're like into the Hobonichis, the Tiens, all that good stuff, like, you should seriously check out her shop. She has the way that they construct their notebook covers and all that stuff is different than I've seen other people do. It's very unique, and you get to customize everything. The bands, how it closes, whether the type of pockets it has inside, the colors of leather that she offers. I have not seen other people offer these type of colors and finishes. Okay, Mr. Crafty. Let's see what a good student I am of your video. I watched you do it. Did you bend it backwards or forwards? Okay, there we go. The way I have this down, it's kind of like, let's see here, like this. Whoop, whoop. A bit lower.
What shop were you talking about for the TN goodies?
The one that Diane just posted in the group.
Our Atelier?
Yes. So Diane, the link that you posted, that is the shop for the TN stuff. Sorry, I'm texting my daughter. She just, my daughter, I'm so proud of her. So I don't know if you guys remember, but Kai used to be our customer service manager. She used to handle our orders and ship orders. Well, she went to real estate school. She got her her real estate license, and today was her very first open house all by herself. So I'm being a mother and checking in and making sure she's okay, because I think she should be done by now. She's been updating me all day, letting me know I'm safe, because you guys know, as a woman, that is that can be a dangerous place to be, is doing an open house by yourself. But I'm so proud of her. She nailed her test the first time. Some people take several times to take it, and now she is at an office, a Keller Williams office in Tacoma. It's like the top Keller Williams office in the area, and she just walked in there and got herself a job. She's always been able to do that. I taught her very well when she was younger. I told her, like, this is a life skill. Being able to get a job is like the #1 life skill you need to have, so you can always eat. Always be able to have a roof over your head. I was actually considering doing like a having her host a little craft gathering and stuff, a little I don't know what you would call it, a little gathering, so that she can meet people, and if people want to come and have and meet me and have like some craft time, that it's like a win-win. There, look, I echoed that. Boom, boom. See how I did that right there? My mom was a real estate agent too for many years, and so was Mark's mom. I wouldn't be very good at it. I think you need to be, in order to be very successful, I think that you're better off doing a job like that when you're very extroverted. That's my personal opinion. That would keep me from being good at that business for sure. For sure. Okay, I am so happy with this. Woo! I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous. So I love how much white space there's actually in this. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to decide like where I'm putting my journaling. I like how this whole spread kind of like echoes each other. That's really cool. So where am I at? Where's my list? Where's my check off? I need to have that. That's the satisfaction that I get. Don't we all get that satisfaction about getting to do this? Yay, Kara, that's so awesome. You helped your sister help her pass her test, like study with her. I did that. Like she had little flashcards and stuff. I told her she needed to make flashcards. I live by the flashcards. So, yes, Kristen, real estate does require a lot of networking, which is why I would be terrible at it. Lynn says any kind of sales is way out of my league. Agreed. If I had to like depend on the what do you call that? The commission part of it, I would starve. Okay, so did I get to check anything off? What did I just do? I didn't get to check anything off because these weren't on my list. Well, phooey. I'm adding them to my list. Let's see. Week 2, art journaling. Isn't that what we do? Don't we add it to the list if we do something that wasn't on the list? Just so we can do this. Check, check. Okay. So this is why we downsized our art journaling sections in the summer edition, so you don't have as many pages to do art journaling. Because when you sit and do it all at once, like as I tend to do, in batching up your, it feels like it's a lot. And I'd much rather have, let's see, there, instead of having 8, you now have 4. So we halved it, which I think is a lot. It's a lot more doable. It won't feel as overwhelming. So let me add this to my list. Week 3, and then week 4. I'm actually adding like both sides of the page, not just the spread. I'm counting each one because I like to check things off. That's quite honestly why I did it. I want the satisfaction. And you have a list made for you for summertime. Like I made this for myself, and then we decided to make one for you so that you didn't have to do this, that you would have it all ready to go and just check it off as you did stuff. So I still can't check off that week 4 because that girl is not complete. She is still incomplete. Okay, but I think I was successful. Oh, the other thing I did, not on my list, is my memory keeping. So I did my memory keeping. And I did my memory keeping with the multi-photos. Okay, so I'm giving myself credit for that and that. So I did 4 pages in my Crafternoon with Cori. And because I did not spend a lot of time chatting and I was focused on crafting, I managed to do that in an hour and 45 minutes. So look what happens when I spend less time. Less chat, more chit. So I have all kinds of ink on my fingers. So on this one, I just need to add some journaling. labels. So I'm going to do that. I'll add these little labels. There we go. I think this is a good color for this one. And this one. I really like these labels so much. And I need one for this one. And then this one. Mark, do you remember making these for me? Yeah. You made these for me like in 2016. I begged Kelly to make them. So she designed them, and then you cut them, and all this time they've been sitting in my sticker file unused.
Oh, then no, I don't remember cutting something that long ago.
Look, they were on Avery labels.
That's what I was just noticing. I was like, no, I don't remember that.
Yeah, these came from like the very last the house we were in before we got into the RV. Okay, so now I've got those all prepped, so I can add a little title to those. Okay, so there's my week 3, 3, 4, here's 2. So I think what I'll do here is I will do a little bit of stamping. That's what I think I'll do. And add a, what have I been doing lately? I've been adding my, bum, bum, bum. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. I like the color of it. Do I like it better here? I like it better there. What? I almost lost that one. I have other stamps and I don't remember what I did with them. Okay, I'll put this one down. I don't have my chat room, Mr. Crafty. Thank you. I think that is what's going on here. I think this is just a crooked stamp because no matter how I stamp it, it always... Okay, thank you for confirming that I am not crazy and that it really is... This one's crooked too. This is another stamp. Are they all crooked? They're all crooked. That's not a deal breaker. I know I've made an effort to like do it, do it right, and it still comes out that way. Trying to decide what I want to do here. Here. I feel like I could add a little bit more texture to this page. Hopefully. Again, crooked, but I think that was the way I did it. I don't know, those stamps don't love me. But I'm making it work. I'm not giving up on them. I love them. I love them. So you guys, I have to say, this is so funny to me. Not too long ago, a couple years ago, I was seriously struggling to be crafty, to create. I'll never forget Miss Paula G. she and I were texting one night, and she said that we were texting. She said, I love crafting. It's like a stress reliever. I look forward to sitting down and crafting when I feel stressed. And I thought to myself, like, I never want to go sit down and craft. Like, I don't think about it. If I feel stressed, I don't look to crafting as my stress reliever. In fact, if anything, I feel it overwhelms me because it makes me feel like I don't have any good ideas or anything like that. And so all this time has passed, and I've had a breakthrough in my crafting life, and it just, now I look at it so differently, and I feel like, oh my gosh, look at me go. Like, who am I? I'm just like, here I have a PlayBook Power Hour, a Crafternoon with Cori, a late night crafty club, and then chapel crafting with Cori. Like, who am I? I used to I feel like I was going to cry before every late night crafty club because I'd be like, I can't think of anything to do for them. And now I'm doing so much better. Now I feel like I'm in a totally different place. I love it. So I'm giving myself memory keeping. I did my memory keeping for June, so I'm giving myself credit for that in my bingo. I attribute a lot of this to the playbook. It has been very helpful. It takes all the guesswork out of coming up with something to do. I know I can open my book, flip around, and find something. Wait, I just did memory keeping. There it is. So there's memory keeping. I'm going to do label loving because look at all of my labels. Posted in the club, self-cared. Oh, you know what? I'm going to give myself credit for self-cared because look, I made someone be self-carry. She's getting her self-caring on. Plus, I self-care every day. I have like a whole skin routine now, so I'm going to give myself credit for that. Okay, posted in the club. I still have to do that. A planning sesh, totally. With the camp WannaCraft, I'm doing a planning sesh on like a daily basis. Ripped paper, documented, dress a girl, documented. I'm giving myself credit for that. So, putting her in there. Self-cared, documented. Working through my labels. Working through my layering stickers, getting them all used up. It'll take me years, literally, to do. I still need to take a picture for posted in the club. And I still have dress the girl to do. Ripped paper, posted in the club. So I need some ripped paper. I didn't rip any paper in June. Oh look, Shanghai. Here, I'm gonna rip Shanghai out, and I'll do a homage. I'll do a little collage for all of the our Atelier stuff that I've been using. There, ripped paper. I'm gonna put it up high too. I'm gonna cover this page. Swoop, swoop, swoop. And I'm gonna put that up there. Uh-oh, I hear Mr. Crafty's little footsteps. Yes, sir.
I don't want to throw off your mojo, but it's been 2 hours.
Okay. I'm closing out on. I'm closing in.
You have your crafty mojo back, so I'd say go for it. And look at the.
My back is. My
is your back going out?
Oh yeah, I've been pushing through. You guys, sticky. I'm gonna do sticky for that. Thank you, Miss Diane, and thank you, Miss Kristen, and Miss Diana, and Miss Karen. You guys are such good cheerleaders. We need to make some pom-poms for you guys.
Don't we rub your back while you craft?
Thank you, Miss.
Rub the knot out.
Thank you so much, honey. What I think we're going to need to do is go get a heating pad. My heating pad got lost somewhere in our moves that we've made, and it hurts really bad. Let's see here, sticky. So guys, just so you know, this just to remind you, if you were watching this for the first time, if you're, you know, Crafternoon with Cori is a more focused crafting show. It's less chatty on my part. I rein myself in. And it's a shorter show because some of people are like, no, I cannot do a 3-hour, 4-hour show. The whole purpose of me doing this is for you to feel like you have a friend to craft with, so that you can turn on your TV, your laptop, your device, and sit down and then I'm crafting with you. That I'm working in the same book that hopefully you have, and if not, thank you so much, Miss Leanne. I appreciate that, sweet girl. If you want to use a notebook, even if you don't want to buy the playbook, that's totally fine. But you have someone who's sitting here chatting with you. I chit chat with people in the hi Miss Dawn, I just see your little face now. The people in the chat room, but also you at home. A lot of you are watching this as a replay because sometimes the lives don't work out for your life, and so that's why we always make our replays available. Again, if you're watching this replay on the YouTube channel, you won't see the chat room that I'm kind of talking back and forth with. I try to remember to repeat back what they're saying so it's not a one-sided conversation. I can't say I always am successful, but please know that you absolutely are welcome to jump into the Reset Girls Crafty Club on Facebook and be able to look. If you are not a Facebook person, you can make up a fake Facebook account. You can give yourself a crafty name. You can let us know, hey, I made up an account just to be in the Facebook group. You can let us know that. That's totally fine. I know that Facebook is it's not a lot of people don't care for it. We're only doing our lives on Facebook right now because we have to. We are in YouTube jail, but YouTube jail prevents us from doing lives on it right now, but we can do regular videos. So when we get back to YouTube's, it will be better. The chat, you'll have a chat room again, and you won't have to be jumping into the Facebook group to watch things. If you don't want to, it makes it easy for people who do not like Facebook to be able to watch and participate. So I'm going to go back and do my journaling separate. That's the last little piece that I tend to do. I'm so proud of myself. I'm serious. I'm proud of myself because I know this isn't the Cori that I've always been. This has been like, look at the dream I had for myself was to be able to turn pages and see all my work. And I'm very pleased that I have that, that I've seen it through. I don't stick with everything. I'm very much love to launch things, but not very good at keeping them up. By my own admission, that's true of me. A lot of us tend to be very good in the beginning, and then we kind of fall off, and I'm very proud of this because this isn't just about me getting a big fluffy, look at my book, it's like bending over. It's not just me having a big fluffy book, but it's also me being there for you guys, being with you guys, being interested in like having this community and building a community where we can all do fun stuff like this. The Late Night Crafty Club. In the Late Night Crafty Club, if you did not hear me say it, I did mention that this particular this book, the Crafty Club Playbook, is something when I first came up with this idea in 2016, I actually envisioned it as a physical product, not really a printable one. And so my dream is really to try and see about getting it manufactured. And so it's something that you can purchase and then work in all year long. You would have it for the whole year, not just season to season to season. And then we would have this like glorious book to kind of it would kind of, what's that word, showcase all of our crafting for the entire year. And so it's like a crafty yearbook, if you will. And that's what I want for all of you. I want all of you to experience the feeling I have right now looking at all of this work. This represents all the years that I never let myself try anything, craft anything, because I thought I had to be perfect when I tried it. And if I had always believed that, we wouldn't be here today. You wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here. And so that's what I'm looking at. This represents trying and being brave and just slapping some paper down on the page with some glue, you know, and that's what I want for everybody. So I'm very pleased with my little month here. This is really cool. I just did a YouTube video today. We just made it public, so that I'm doing a flip through of the summer. If you have not seen the entire summer, the new summer edition of the playbook, that is up on my YouTube, and I do a quick little flip through of spring, and I talk about the fun kits that we have for this. This is just so super fun. I honestly, Marissa, I see your question, sweetie. Will the printable still be available? I don't know. I'm not sure if I will do a printable version if I make a physical one. But here is my promise. This is the thing that we are we're kind of like really focused on now, is if I do make a physical product, we would continue to make playbook kits for it that are printable. So I'm thinking that I would love to have the book and maybe have like a manufactured sticker book, but we would still make fun little playbook kits every single month. So you'd still have the fun fussy cutting. You could still do the paper punch buffet, all that good stuff. There might be like a version of that for the playbook every month. So that's kind of what we were thinking. These are the things I'm thinking. And if you have input on that, if you have thoughts about that, I would love to hear them. I welcome you to share your thoughts about if you have something that you'd like to contribute that I haven't, you know. I'm going to do a poll in the Facebook group, the Crafty Club Facebook group, because I do want to have some input on things. Just like what the majority of people would be interested in. Like, what would you be interested in buying? Would it be this way or this way or this way? You know, I don't want to just make up stuff out of my own head. I want to have feedback. So I love when you guys give me feedback. It is when I do a poll and you guys give us feedback, so it helps us like to know how to spend our time and our resources and our money. So what is that? And I have to be honest, like, our physical products will be very limited because of where we're at and all of that, but I can tell you that I don't want to get back into the game of having to manufacture a kit every month. It's way too much. But I do, having a digital kit and having like a few physical products or something, I think that we can handle, and hopefully they can be sold on Amazon. So that's what we're thinking. But I really don't want to do two. I don't really want to do two different books. I want to do one, but we shall see. So, anyway, oh gosh, my back is hurting so bad. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts. I appreciate you guys watching the show today. We did it 2 hours, and I feel like I feel very productive. How about you guys? How were you guys? How were you guys able to produce stuff in the book or your project? Maybe you worked on your junk journal today. Maybe you did your scripture writing challenge. Maybe you did listers. How did that work out for you? Tell me what you made. Yesterday we had a thing where I was sharing in the group not in the group. Yesterday I was sharing about, like, I asked everybody that question, what everybody managed to do while we were doing the Late Night Crafty Club, which that was like a 3-hour show, and I was really impressed. Some people like really knocked it out while I was doing that. So yay, Shelly did her April memory keeping pages. Awesome. Cody has a lot of pictures that she needs to go through. Sharon did her Faithful Life. Awesome. Jessica mostly ate junk food and watched from her patio. I love it. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so some of you weren't able to craft as much, but that's totally fine. I'm just glad that you were here with me. And a lot of you guys, some of you were prepping. That's awesome. Jessica's going to go off to be a crafty introvert tonight. Awesome. Yay, Diana did a page in her playbook and one in her junk journal. You are so welcome, Miss Michelle. I'm glad it was productive for you. Janice cleaned her craft room. Awesome. Dawn got everything printed out so she can craft away. Yeah, so some of you bought your summer playbook this weekend, and thank you so much for doing so. I'm so thank you. So grateful for that. So yes, there's a lot of like fussy cutting and things to prep, getting your summer playbook set up. Here's my summer playbook. I am so excited to jump into it with the changes that we've made, and it's going to be a little, it's switched up, so it's going to have a little bit more extra fun. Here's the collage spread I can't wait to dive into. So but if you want to watch my YouTube version of it where I just walk through everything, this is a hefty book. Woo! It is hefty. I can't wait to see what happens by the end of the fall. This thing's going to be like, it's a serious book. I don't know. Like I'm concerned about my discs. There's only one size up from these, and it only gives me a 1/4 inch larger. So that's kind of where the problems are starting to lie for me, is how do people start, having a book of this magnitude? So that's kind of leading me back to, like, I really want to just resolve it with a physical book. And so we'll see what happens. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for spending this lovely afternoon with me. Oh, Kathy was listening to me while at the gas station in line. Hey, I'm here for you. If you have to wait in line, I'll wait in line with you. So tomorrow is our chapel crafting with Cori. If you are a girl of faith and you want to do your little scripture writing challenge with us, you are welcome to come. Everyone's welcome to come. You don't even have to do the scripture writing if you don't want to. You can just join us. It is going to be at, I don't want to tell you because I might be wrong about the time, but the text program will go out to remind you, and it is on our events calendar. Hang on, maybe I do have my planner here. I do have my planner. Okay, let me tell you. I do have it. Oh my goodness. There's a bunch of cars pulling up right here in front of me. Okay, so 2 p.m. is what time I see it is set up for. 2 p.m. Sunday, 2 p.m. Sunday. Come join us. Come one, come all. Okay, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a lovely Saturday. Rest up. Go out. Make merry, but not too much merry. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love your faces. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Love you, love you, love you. Bye, everyone. Bye. Goodbye.